Hey everyone, Michael here with Hello Cupcake It's Me. Today is the Saturday check-in. It is November 25th, 2023, and thanks for hanging with me. If you have not done so already, please hit like and subscribe, then head on over to podcast.hellocupcakeitsme.com to check out the podcast. And also go give hellocupcakeitsme.com some love. And make sure you follow me on all the socials and check out the links down below. So, how was y'all's Thanksgiving for those of you who celebrate? Mine has been very stressful. Really since Wednesday, things have just been kind of like, So if you watched the Wednesday video, you will have seen that I was sitting outside of my doctor's office before going in and having to do all the stuff with my swimming and all that other stuff prior to that. So, yeah. Got my car back on Wednesday. And was really happy about that for 17.2 seconds, it seems like. I drove my car home, came back into town that next day, which was Thanksgiving, picked up my niece, put some gas in my car, and started heading out of town to go over to my sister's house. And I noticed that my gas gauge was not working. It was stuck at the... I don't know the different levels of the gas gauge. I just know the center one is a half a tank, and so I never learned the quarter system or whatever. So it's full, that next line, a half tank. It was stuck at that next line under the full. So I was like, what the hell is this all about? I made sure to top it off to the point where gas was coming out of the top of the nozzle thing or whatever. And so that just pissed me off and had me all kinds of upset and worried. And then I, anyways, went over to my sister's house. It was a big production over there. Neither my niece nor myself really wanted to go, but we, you know what, whatever, let's just go for the hell of it and to save ourselves a lot of trouble, because Thanksgiving is my sister's holiday, and it's where she absolutely loves to shine and get in there and cook and just do all the things. So got all that situated or what have you, and then her and my niece put up the Christmas tree and the decorations and stuff and blah blah. And on the way home, everything's going great. Drop my niece off, go past the dealership that I picked my car up from. I'm almost home and the goddamn check engine light comes back on. I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? I just paid out all of this money. I haven't even had the fucking car 24 hours. And the check engine light's back on. So when I finally got home and got all my stuff put away from the copious amounts of Thanksgiving leftovers, I called the dealership. I was not expecting anyone to be there because it's Thanksgiving night or whatever. The mechanic happened to be there and answered, and I told him what was going on. He's like, oh, well, just bring him by in the morning, and I can run that code and see what's going on with it. And I said, well, I need you to understand this right now. I am not paying any more money on this car because the money that I paid out was supposed to have this fixed. So, yeah. He's like, okay, well, you know, if it's a different code, we'll talk about it at that point or whatever, but blah, blah. I'm like, cool. So, I take it there yesterday after going to swim at the YMCA, and it sure as shit is the same code. And I'm like, okay, so what do I need to do? And he's like, oh, don't worry about it. Just bring it in on Tuesday and we'll get looked at. So, yeah, that has me pissed off and upset, and every other verb, adjective that you can imagine. So, moving on from that, though, while I was in talking to my doctor, telling him all the new health elements that are happening, like with this possible gallbladder issue that I'm having, told him all about that, told him all about, like, the ups and downs of everything that I've been having, mentioned that I've noticed that there's been a couple of times that I've had a fluttering heart, told him that I've been getting, like, these really bad pains and cramps on, like, this artery right here. Like, it's kind of tender to push on it this morning, which I don't understand what that's all about. But I said anytime that my blood pressure elevates, or I do anything kind of strenuous, that will start to, like, boo, boo, boo. And I said, I don't know if that is the precursors to a blood clot, if I'm having a stroke, because you can have a stroke anywhere in your body or whatever. But I'm just like, we need to get that looked at, and we need to figure out what's going on with this, like, this pain in my chest here. And I was explaining to him how when I was sitting in the car the other day, it got really, really tight, and then I felt something come over, and then it came up, and it felt like a rock, but on the backside of my esophagus. And then I felt it, like, kind of release and then go back down, and then all the pain, like, kind of went away. And so I feel like a lunatic trying to explain this to him, because it's not, like, really, really painful, but my kidney stone wasn't painful either. It was just a lot of discomfort, and that's kind of what this feels like. And so he's less worried about that and more worried about my heart, and wants to have me go and do, like, I had to do an EKG, which is just like a quick 5-second snapshot of your heart. And I'm like, well, that doesn't really do much, but okay, let's do the EKG. Then he ran a whole bunch of blood tests and did this, that, and the other thing. And now wants me to go in for a chemically induced stress test on my heart. And that does not sound like fun. Like, I would rather get on the damn treadmill or do something like that where I had to get my heart rate up versus having to take an injection of something. So, I'm worried that what that's going to do is set off of my panic attacks, my anxiety, and my fight or flight, and that I'm not going to be able to, like, snap out of it. So that's all stuff that I got to talk to the cardiologist about and make sure that it is, like, if I start to feel duress or whatever, they can give me this shot and it, like, pulls me out of it, like, instantly. Like, I don't know. I've never had to do any kind of heart shit. A few years ago, like back in 2014, I had to carry around a heart monitor for a week. And I guess the new heart monitors are, like, about the size of like a makeup compact, and that they just sit right on top of your chest, and that you can shower with it and do the whole 9 yards or whatever. So, again, I just really don't fucking know, but this one has me worried, guys. Like, I'm not trying to talk anything into existence or whatever, but I am a little worried about the implications of what that can mean. And I do have heart issues in my family. Like, my grandmother has had a heart attack. My grandpa had a heart attack and a stroke, and that left him paralyzed. My grandmother on my biological mom's side has had a heart attack. My aunt has had a heart attack. She had to have a stent put in. My biological mom has like a bad heart valve and all this other stuff. My dad had AFib, and wasn't diagnosed with AFib until he was in his mid to late 50s. And so like there is a history of heart stuff happening, but there's also a history of the gallbladder stuff on my mom's side, and I'm just like, ugh, and my grandmother on my dad's side had gallstones, so it was just like, I don't know. So that's got me wigged. And the fact that I had to pay out the money for my car has me stressed out, because that was a little bit of money that I had saved for the holidays and for me to do something special with. And I had to put a good chunk of that money onto my car, and now I'm looking at my savings, and I'm just like, fuck. Like, why is it that whenever you try to save or whatever, that you have all this shit that pops up? Like, there was a huge part of me that almost didn't even touch my savings and just tried to go on some kind of payment plan with the garage or whatever. But my landlord is hiking my rent come January 1st, and so I don't know how that's going to affect my ability to make any sort of payment on something, and I don't want to be paying on work that was done in like November come October. Like, I don't want to be paying on it for a year like that. So I don't know, guys. I've just been really kind of stressed out and upset, and because of it, I haven't really worked on my book at all, and I feel like I'm losing time, and I really need to like amp it up. I really need to step it up and ramp it up, and I really want to have the book done by January, so then that way come February I could start putting copies into people's hands to get them to look it over, to give me reviews, and then take it from the review phase and put it into the pre-publicated phase, and then by March of that following year have the full-on book launch party. And so yeah. a lot going on right there. So that's what's been going on with me. And for those of you who do follow the podcast, I did not update this Thursday because, well, it was Thanksgiving, and I really didn't have a place where I could sit down and record because, well, I was around my family. So anyways, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, put them in the comment section down below. And I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I hope you enjoy your weekends. Let me know how your Turkey Day went if you do celebrate it. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.